Love this podcast? Support this show through the Acast supporter feature. It's up to you how much you give, and there's no regular commitment. Just hit the link in the show description to support now.
Tell me why.
It's recording.
Well, welcome back to another episode of Wrestling Around, and it's WrestleMania season, baby. Joining me is a well-famous Terry Peters. Terry Peters, how we doing?
Terry Peters is very well. It's WrestleMania season, baby.
We're all doing it.
Lou, Jamie, that's Lou. How we doing?
Well, it's WrestleMania season, baby. No, fucking hell.
You enjoyed that, not even potentially.
We all enjoyed it.
I did more than I thought I would. But hi, everyone.
Good. We're excited for this. It's nearly April.
It is.
We're excited for WrestleMania.
I'm excited that this is the first WrestleMania that we've done.
Finally, we've done
this.
something I assume that we'll all like as well.
Well,
I know there's a little bit of shit, but on the most part, it's very, very good.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
See you next week for.
Why do we count it as the best WrestleMania of all time?
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you the argument that it's not.
Oh.
But we'll get to that as we go on. Also, I just want to be contrary because that's kind of my thing now, isn't it?
Yeah, you do like to just go against the grain.
I spent like 2 hours the other week defending Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage in a steel cage with no finish.
And then put something in the pinnacle of wrestling. That's
I know,
I
was agreeing with Ross on that.
2-1 there, Peters.
Yeah, I wanted to put it top there, so really I was out.
ridiculous.
For some reason, but it fifth. Hopefully you all enjoyed our 1 year anniversary. Something a little bit different. And I'm sure next year we'll do the same thing because it's hard to think of new ideas.
But with twice as many shows. We'll get all the old ones in.
We're putting all of it as well.
No,
4 hours.
That's Christ, that will
be... people did love the social media graphics there.
Well, I know what Wrestling Around favourites on.
Yeah, outstanding that on it. I think everyone enjoyed it. So I look forward to more of them.
And do you know what the best bit was? I had Samoa Joe in the book of KFC. Terry Peters still doesn't understand the reasoning behind it.
I don't
I'm
get
not going to tell him.
Yeah.
Don't get why you've done it. Don't get why you've done the graphic at all.
You
not get it.
Listen, what you think
That graphic was great. Everyone loved it.
Hey, I'm not saying it wasn't great. I just don't get it.
We fucking made it. We fucking made it to a year. People said we wouldn't do it. And we fucking made it. And Samoa Joe just fancied the KFC.
So
Not on a pizza, though.
no,
Don't
not
like
with
the pizza.
sweet, not with sweet corn. When you've got to do it without.
Fuck you, sweet corn.
Yeah, sweet corn ruins everything.
Yeah.
Name one thing sweet corn makes better.
It's a piss out
Butter.
vegetable. It's ridiculous.
Butter. Sweet corn make no. I'd rather have butter on its own. Sweet corn does not make butter better. Imagine every sandwich you made, you had to. It was butter and sweet corn.
Chicken pot
veggie
noodles.
fingers.
Bird's eye veggie fingers. Sweet corn makes them better.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd even know if they took the sweet corn out.
Chicken and mushroom pot noodles.
Hey, the pot noodles are rank, aren't they? Too much water.
Just put less in. Sure choice.
Yeah, but no. Yeah, it is my choice, but I shouldn't have to work it out. The instructions should be fine.
There is a fill line there.
Filter line. Don't filter
Yeah, no,
the
you
top.
filter the line.
You've been filtered the top the entire time.
Hey, I've had many a pot noodle, but you filter the line, and it's still too much water.
Not letting it rest long enough.
Just put less in. You need to just work that out for yourself there, Ross.
Well, I know I shouldn't have to, is what I'm saying.
School of life don't teach you that.
Yeah, it should. Should cooking lessons. To be fair, my cooking lessons at school was you're making a curry, go get a jar of sauce. So I did that 3 times. It was great. It was the best cooking I've ever
My
done.
cooking teacher, because I didn't underline my work once, told me that no one would ever employ me. That was a bit ash. No pride in my work.
That is true. You are sloppy.
I once asked my French teacher, bearing in mind I was thick as fuck for French. Thick as fuck in general.
Is it just for French?
Thank God he said that. Right?
I said, I'm thinking about taking it A-level, and her response was, done. I was obviously taking the piss, because I was new all over it.
I don't think you would that make Terry Peters more likeable if he could just now and then dip into some French.
Thierry Peters. No, I don't think it would.
Bonjour, mes amis.
Actually, that was pretty attractive, actually. Do more of that, please.
Bonjour, mes amis. Mademoiselle.
There we go.
I don't know what does that mean. Does that mean hello something miss?
I've got no idea.
Mademoiselle is miss.
I know jambon is it isn't jam pudding. All jambon is ham.
Yeah, I can only really remember 2 things: pomme de terre, potato, apple of the F, and à la pêche. Let's go fishing.
Yeah.
What about voulez-vous coucher, I swear? Voulez-vous shades? That one.
It's
Nice.
will you go to bed with me, isn't it? Or something like that.
Oh, yes, I will.
Right.
Thank you.
That offer was not.
It's
It's because you got some weird French accent now, Peter. Doesn't mean you can just join in.
spot. Sorry, Freddie.
I'd love that next week.
Sorry for any French
It's
people.
Terry,
I've just offended.
Terry Pesh, funny.
Terry Pesh.
Forget Eiffel
100%. That is
45.
how you're getting introduced next week. As Terry Pesh.
Eiffel Peters.
Thierry Pesh.
Test Pesh pod.
Nobody needs to see that. I've seen an Eiffel Peters, and that was far too much. I'd love it next week if you came in with a cigarette, thin moustache,
And a beret.
the black and white stripes, onions around the neck,
and a beret.
waving an old baguette around.
Sorry to any French people who just offended.
We've just been cancelled in France. Do we have any listeners in France? I believe we do.
Yeah,
we've been cancelled.
Well, I don't matter.
Well, they'll probably just throw a strike anyhow. That's what they're doing.
Oh, God.
Thanks to Jeremy Clarkson, didn't he? I'm editing this week as well, for God's sake. Right.
Yes.
You love it. Anyhow, WrestleMania X-Seven.
Popular in Belgium, but
Nah, they hate the French.
we don't have any listeners in France, so you're fine, apparently.
So, point still stands.
Belgium, shout out to Brussels, Spain and Canada, all the same. But no, no France.
France. Well, France.
Shout out to fucking Riyadh as well.
Riyadh.
We got a listener in Riyadh.
They love it. Saudi Arabia.
It's different, yeah. Obviously, there's no show this year. It's like we need an overly bloated wrestling show, so they've listened to our year anniversary special. What's happened
We're overly bloated, aren't they? I am feeling a bit overly bloated because no one needs a large pizza from Domino's today. It's too big.
Yeah, I can't handle it, actually. I failed. Last time I went was the old Peter's Palace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that? We didn't work out whether that was Peter's Palace or Terry Towers, did we?
It was Terry Towers.
Terry Towers.
Terry's Hall, that one, I think.
Terry's tomb.
It's Terry's Hall.
Well, this has gone downhill. Should we do some wrestling? WrestleMania.
We're better because we've been going for about 20 minutes, haven't we?
It's WrestleMania season. We're doing WrestleMania X-Seven or 17 or the one from 2001. This is literally the end of the Attitude Era because WCW's gone now, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Literally that week.
Some might argue it's the end of WWE being good.
Ooh.
Not me. But
would you say? I was going to say, some people say this is the pinnacle of wrestling.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, and it very definitively ends. It gets that at the end.
Yeah, it does. I wonder if they could change it. And then it, just in case you weren't sure if it ended now, later on this year, at Survivor Series time, it definitively ends again.
And obviously, yeah, we're 20 years beyond that, so we're covering a lot of 2001. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I liked 2001 as a kid, and I've watched it back since. And yeah, I know it's not what everybody wanted, but I still think it was all right.
Sorry, this show is good.
To be fair, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Have we seen it before? Do we all know what was coming? Or is it full of nostalgia?
There's a lot of stuff I remember, actually. It was, I'll tell you what I don't remember, and it's about the venue. I don't remember the roof being translucent. I
was weird when it was light, wasn't
it? The first couple of matches when it was like daylight. That really grabbed me by surprise. But I guess it was the same when we were at 32 for Dallas, wasn't it? So it makes sense because it's same state, isn't it?
Yeah.
I always found it weird that it had like a blue ring apron.
Yeah, pretty old school.
I didn't pick up on that. I know you say it, Peters. Yeah,
I like it.
There you go. It's like a pink.
At least it was ironed though, unlike WCW.
Yeah, what is going on with WCW's rings? Shocking, all of them.
We'll just jump straight into it, shall we?
Let's do it.
This is WrestleMania X-Seven. It's on April 1st, 2001. In the Astrodome, Houston, Texas. 67,000 people there. Well, we're all thinking it. Hopefully you know the answer. What were them 67,000 people eating and drinking?
Because the arena's closed now. But I've got some interesting facts. So Astrodome was the first playing surface was a new type of synthetic turf that is now commonly known as AstroTurf.
Oh my God! Is that where it comes from?
Fact, yeah.
Is that what the Astro? I did not know that.
Those lights on the roof, the skylights on the roof that I mentioned. When baseball was played there, they had to paint over them because the players couldn't see. The batters couldn't see. More facts.
Stupid design.
Did they paint
over some of them, but they were kind of gone by this point because it was in a state of disrepair. So they were in the midst of replacing it with the Reliance Stadium, now known as NRG Stadium, hosted WrestleMania 25. And also, more facts, because we're just going in. We're going in. And I was very confused by this one because I thought it's the wrong dome. But it held people displaced by Hurricane Katrina in New Orleans. So they all got a bus to Houston.
Well, I suppose you can't go anywhere in New Orleans, can
yeah,
you?
they did use the Superdome, but obviously it was as a last resort. But everyone who they got out of the city, they took to the Astrodome. So yeah, good stuff on Reliant Park complex next to Reliance Stadium.
Oh, good. And the first ever WrestleMania in Texas.
Oh,
which is seems a bit weird. JR says it right at the start.
Well, you two have obviously listened and done research, haven't you? I feel
you can't listen to everything, can you?
I feel more useless than ever.
And the first home run in the Astrodome was hit by Mickey Mantle off of pitcher Tek Farrell.
I thought you were going to say Mickey Mouse.
On April 9th, 1965, in an exhibition game between the Astros, who obviously played at the Astrodome, and the New York Yankees.
Is Mickey Mantle? He's Yankees, isn't he? Mickey Mantle?
I believe he is, yeah.
Weird that the first hit was from a Yankee player.
Yeah.
You'd think it'd be the other way.
No, it's the first home run, not just the first hit in general.
First home run. No,
first home
run. So we have
nice arena there. It looked nice.
It looked big.
This was the first one for a while that was in a stadium, I think.
We'll see it now. I was going to say it at the first of start match because this is when I noticed it, but we'll see it now before we do all the rest of the stuff. I just thought when I was watching the first match, it just felt like a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know what it is about stadiums like that. It just felt, oh my God, this is a big deal.
Yeah, it did. The first WrestleMania of a big stage, I think.
Yeah. It's like when you're watching football, like the FA Cup final at Wembley, it's just different. I don't know what it is. Yeah. This was very much the same for me.
It's the atmosphere, isn't it?
I agree. I loved it. Do you know what else had a really good atmosphere? And I'm going to ruin what Ross is going to say later on, I think. Paul Heyman on commentary.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Very good. Don't know what, no offense to King.
But he was better.
All the offense to King because he was just a flat out misogynist.
Yeah, there was a classic J.R. Heyman moment later on, but we'll get to it. But I just thought Heyman's voice just made it seem like a big deal. Don't know if it's because I'm not used to seeing him on pay-per-view. And to be honest, I kind of forgot that he was on this one. Just kind of assume it's Lawler in this every day.
You do. And when Lawler quit, was it like the month
before? After wasn't it?
Yeah.
When the cat got fired.
Yeah, which is because he's on some of the promo packages later on.
Yeah, hell of a whirlwind that story, but we'll get to that in the Jerry Lawler special, I'm sure.
But the Jerry Lawler special is going to be an hour of me watching him jump off that, jump in that warehouse.
That's it. But yeah, massive. It just felt like a big deal. While I'm just stuck on all these interesting facts, did anyone notice at the stage? It said like WrestleMania X-Seven, because the banners they made. They were the right height, but then they sold more seats above.
No.
So they had to lower the banners, and Bruce Pritchard hated it. So I didn't think it looked very good. It was disappointing how it turned out.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So, Peters, was you a fan of the atmosphere? Would you jealous you wasn't there?
Yes, it was red hot. I wanted to be there, and I'm sad I wasn't.
Oh God! Look at them puppy dog eyes.
You got there.
Yeah, you've been to one in Texas as well, so you could have done the next best thing.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad. Maybe it's the like purplish hue you've got around you.
The man is in the blue cube.
Man's in a cube.
We'll go to the opening video package. It's like all the WrestleMania ones. They have the history of WrestleMania. However, I don't know if it's just the child in me, but I think I've ever loved Limp Bizkit more.
I love Limp
Bizkit. My way.
I mean, we could have gone to see him in Riga, but that's a story for another day.
Yeah, we could for us. Yeah, I love Limp Bizkit now. Do you want to see him in Riga?
Yeah. I like one song.
Yeah, was it this song?
No, two songs.
Yeah, called you out on your bullshit there.
Rolling.
Yeah, because it's too loud enough for wrestling.
Classic break stuff.
I've actually seen Limp Bizkit live. It was great.
Same. It was awesome. What an experience. Summer Leeds Festival.
I saw him in Riga.
You didn't see me.
I didn't see me.
We saw a guy singing it on karaoke.
Yeah, we did see that. But yeah, I don't like I say the video packages are probably the best things that we've seen video package wise. I think.
Oh, there is one that we'll get to later on that needs its whole full section, so we're not going to do it now. Which is I'm saying it now. I'm calling it Ellie. Is the best video package of all time.
Yep. If it's what I think it is, I've already wrote it down.
I don't remember Daniel Bryan's monster video package being on this show.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I don't remember the Miz's WrestleMania 27 video package.
Boys, why do you have to be the way that you are?
Oh, the Miz one's it's great. It's got Nas on it. You can hate me now. That one's great.
No, we're not having it.
Stupid.
Thank you, Piers. Right, so we've already discussed JR and Paul Heyman on commentary team. There's some special guest commentators later on, but we'll get to them.
And the Spanish announce team, who aren't actually at a proper desk as well.
I didn't notice.
They were at the start, aren't they?
Well, I don't know. Later on, they're another type of table.
It gets broken. You said a broken table. It's a Vince match.
In the main event, there's a random guy sat next to JR. I don't know who he is. I think he's the ringer at the.
It's not a timekeeper, is it?
Michael Cole.
Yeah, but why ain't he in his corner?
He's got to throw the beers to Stone Cold, hasn't he?
I don't know who it is, but he's there. We'll do the first match then. So we've got Chris Jericho, the Intercontinental Champion, against William Regal. He's the commissioner for the WWF. And basically, Regal was like, I think Foley got fired, didn't he, as part of the McMahon storyline, which we'll get to. So Regal's a new commissioner. He's saying, no, this is the first day of the Regal. Jericho comes out, tells him to shut up. So Regal, getting real salty, books him in a load of handicap matches. Gets ready to send us in the other points. And then Jericho pisses in Regal's tea.
I thought it was hilarious.
About the pissing in the tea.
Yeah.
Excellent storytelling.
This is WWF can't tell stories. So that's why they're having a match. I think the Queensberry Rules match comes from this later on. Is that the one?
It's a Backlash, I think, isn't it?
The next
I remember that being on
isn't
free on Channel 4 and watching that
one. But this match goes 7 minutes. Say, Peters, what do we think of the opening match?
Strong opener. Solid opener. Massive pop for Chris Jericho as well. Huge pop.
Well, he would at the next WrestleMania. He's going in as champion, isn't he?
This was on Sky Sports 1. This pay-per-view was on Sky Sports 1.
Yeah, it was mad. Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
Sky Sports 1.
Imagine this being on Sky Sports 1. What did we ever get on Sky Sports 1? Bloody December to December.
I'm sure it went until like 2004 or 2005 that they moved them onto box office, actually.
Yeah, I didn't start watching them until 2006.
But at this point, we only had terrestrial. So I didn't watch. I had to wait for someone to record it anyway.
Shout out to cousin Tom, his Uncle Clive.
Uncle Clive, who wasn't his uncle, but it's a different story.
And the whole podcast in itself.
Jericho does some brutal sounding chops on Mr. Regal.
Oh, his chest goes a bit Daniel Bryan, doesn't it?
Thought the finish was a bit
chopped up.
Thought the finish was a bit quick though.
I think they had 7 minutes, didn't they?
From the old lion salt, and then that was it. It was no walls of Jericho.
I've put that. I actually put it ended quickly.
Yeah, I felt as though it was just the lion salt was there, and then that was it. 1, 2, 3. But
it's one of them, isn't it, where you know that move's coming, it never ends it. It's a bit like when AJ Styles makes one tap out to the calf crusher.
Yeah.
Or Ric Flair makes one tap out with a figure 4.
Yeah. Matt Hardy wins it with side effects. Is that ever?
Yeah, he's like that.
Or Edge wins it with an execution.
Yeah, he's just like, he does that, but they always kick out.
Yeah.
Big Uncle Dave gave this 2 stars. I think that's harsh.
Oh, that's harsh.
What's
he saying? Lack of time.
David Meltzer. What are you doing?
I think that's harsh. Personally.
Very harsh.
That's harsh. I thought it was a decent match.
Gotta say though, I'm a bit of a traditionalist when it comes to wrestling, and I normally want the champ to come out last. But it was the correct call having Jericho come out as the show started. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Biggest WrestleMania ever, and it goes.
And then you just do
it comes out first.
Like, No, they needed to do it the way they'd done
Jericho's
it.
power on that came out first, and it was a weird match to pick up on first. I thought.
I don't know that.
I don't know what else.
I feel like
on first, so.
I feel like these days TLC 2 would have opened the show.
Yeah,
because they always, how many big ladder matches have
I'll get into TLC later on, but I think it struggled going after what it came from.
Yeah, but I think that if it was these days, I think it would have. I'm expecting there's going to be a multi-man match at 37. Christ, I'm old. But yeah, I reckon that'll start.
Well, that's what they normally do. But then a lot of pay-per-views are starting with the secondary title.
Yeah, I think JR. I prefer it when it's a bit old school. JR says you go up in importance.
Yeah.
Obviously, they don't really do it anymore, do they? They didn't do it on this show for sure.
No.
But yeah, no, I thought it was a good opener. A strange choice, but a good opener. It did end a bit quickly, but it's a lot to get through, isn't it?
It's a long show.
There's a hell of a lot.
4 hours long.
So yeah, screw it. I'd have put the Acolytes on first.
No.
Bradshaw, hometown boy.
You can't.
No, you can't. No, if you don't get the speech.
Yeah. We'll put a pin in that, Will. Put a pin in that.
Okay. Pre-show, I don't hate.
There was a pre-show. It was X Factor.
Yeah, there was, wasn't he? That's mad.
Simon Cowell was like, no.
Simon Cowell and Lou Walsh.
Yeah, and Sharon
X Factor's music by like Uncle Cracker. Potentially the worst entrance team of all time.
Were they just like saying it's the X Factor in that one?
No, it was like a song about him getting back with his ex or something. It's like, I'll never get back with my X Factor, because they just took Factor in it.
God.
I don't think they know the exact lyrics, but it was something like that. It was horrendous.
It was so just incredible. And X-Pac with Albert defeated Grandmaster Sexay and Steve Blackman in 2 minutes.
Horrendous.
So
we got Ryback when we went. Think about that.
Yeah, we got to see it though.
Ryback and Kalisto.
Was that not for a title though? Wasn't that for the United States Championship?
United States, I wanted to, yeah.
But they do that now though, because the pre-show's a bit bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, pre-show's on TV now. I guess these days
it was on
Heat or just on Dark.
Yeah, it was on Heat that match. But that's the first match then. So Jericho wins with a Lion Salt, 7 minutes. And we didn't see Shane McMahon. He arrives in a limo, WCW 1, because he's obviously bought WCW from
because the contract says McMahon. Shane McMahon.
Well, this is Vince's own fault for trying to sign it. He's not a good businessman, is he? Trying to sign it at WrestleMania.
Weird. So this storyline
is he just leaving it hanging about?
Yeah, he just wanted to sign it at the biggest show, Granddaddy from all, didn't he? Shane was the face before this, wasn't
he? Yeah.
And then he signed he bought WCW, so everyone hated him. Because everyone booed WCW later on when he showed up. But he was the face.
Yeah.
And then we'll get to the end as well. But it all just... And then when you think what happened with the invasion, what a mess. The more you look back, you're like, what an absolute mess this was. Like,
well, they rushed the invasion, didn't they? Because they weren't going to do it.
As Shane McMahon's come now, I mentioned this on the Twitch feed the other day, but I thought it was quite a fun story. So Road Dogg had been released by this point from the WWF, which I never knew. Did you know Road Dogg had gone?
Nope.
He's not there, is he?
But he thought, right, he got released by WWF for whatever reason. I thought, right, I'll go sign with WCW. So he drove to Panama to Nitro to talk to whoever was in charge of WCW at the time. Got there. Shane McMahon said, like, oh yeah, we bought these guys, so he had to drive back. True story.
Then he went to TNA, didn't
he turned up and he was like, oh shit, WWF bought it. So he was like, fuck it, what do I do now?
It worked out well for him in the end, didn't it?
Yeah, he's a producer at NXT or something, isn't he? So.
Doing what he's doing now. He was head writer of SmackDown for a time, wasn't
he? He was.
Apparently, the WCW wrestlers turned up. Apparently that wasn't supposed to happen, was it? But one of them told all his fans on his website or something that the WCW
they were going to do something bigger, weren't
they?
I assume they were going to get involved in something, I can't remember who it was. Who told him? Was it Stasiak? Because he got buried straight away.
He was the guy who ran into stuff, wasn't
he? Yeah, he ran into Regal's fist that time, didn't
he? He ran into that suit of armour and stuff.
Yeah. I think it must have been him.
Oh, dear.
It might be. I know it was someone, wasn't it? Was it Mike Awesome? One or two, I think.
Mike Awesome won a title. So
it can't have been him. It must have been Stasiak.
Awesome won the hardcore title, didn't he?
He was the first WCW wrestler to win a title,
Yeah. Could have been DDP.
When he beat Rhino. That's why there was up in the gods, just like sat about
doing nothing,
doing no,
being able to see anything.
But I feel like the people, because if Shane McMahon turns up now, he gets a big pop, doesn't he? But in this, the pop was just dead quiet. No one cares. Because he's a bad guy. He's just bought the.
How do you feel? Yeah, well, he wasn't. No, he was a good guy, but then he bought. And then Vince was the face the Monday Night Raw before, because he'd just bought WCW, but then he hadn't. Right.
The contract does say McMahon. Shane McMahon.
Is that your favourite line of all time?
Yep.
It is a legendary promo. I can't believe, you know what? Like, I'm loving we're doing WrestleMania X-Seven, but I can't believe we missed that. I can't believe we did Uncensored 98 instead. I take full responsibility for my actions.
I was going to say, you picked them.
Yeah, it's my fault.
We'll do it next year.
We'll do it 21 years.
Maybe we'll do an invasion. We'll just do the invasion. We'll pick a month. We'll do an invasion month.
Full bloody invasion.
We'll do all the invasion angles. Fuck ones in a row. How would people like that? Let us know if you'd like that. And then we'll go on to the next thing then. So we're in Texas. Bradshaw, he's from Texas.
Yeah,
he's trying to hype up Farouk and Jacqueline. Oh, Jacqueline's also from Texas. I don't know where Farouk's from. Is he from Texas as well?
No, I don't think he's a Texan, is he? Big Farouk.
Let's have a look. I'll have a look for you.
Farouk, lovely fella.
You met him.
He's from Georgia.
Georgia.
Well, that's where he lives now. Yeah, no, he's from Georgia.
He's from Perry, Georgia.
Lovely fella. And he just looked, he was quite old when I met him, but he just looked hard.
Yeah, he did.
You know, you can tell by a man's like fist. We did like a fist bump. And I thought,
yeah,
this man,
his fist is fucking massive.
This man would literally tear my head from my shoulders if he wanted to.
I'd have paid to have seen that.
No, I did what all good people do and sucked right up to him.
That's what you said.
Damn.
Damn.
I didn't. I just said, I really enjoyed your speech from the night before. Because ironically, they were doing the introduction for Jacqueline, weren't they?
They were.
Yes.
At the Hall of Fame.
Jackie.
Bradshaw's going in the Hall of Fame. Fruit is he already in it?
He's already in it. I can't remember when it was. Were you there?
I don't know.
Was it New Orleans? I can't remember anyone from Hillbilly Jim.
The Dudleys and Goldberg and Ivory, because Molly Holly didn't get off the stage.
That's true. Hillbilly Jim was there as well, I believe.
He's still talking now, when Hillbilly Jim. He's just in an empty theatre talking about JR.
He's a player, aren't he? Yeah, I was gonna make that joke, but we'll get to that point in an hour's time, and I'll forget that I've said this, and I'll make the joke again.
So he's the hype. This is like Bradshaw's thing in this area, isn't it? Because I remember during the invasion, he's like the hype man for.
Yeah, he's like the locker room leader, isn't he?
Yeah, they're trying to. I'm pretty sure.
I know that he wasn't, but it's weird that he sounds like JBL now, isn't it? When you look back.
Yeah.
It took me a long time after getting back interested to realise that JBL was Bradshaw.
Yeah, but there is at the end of Bradshaw, he has short hair and it's blonde.
Yeah, because he's big on Wall Street, isn't
he? That's the end of so he's acting as Bradshaw and he's in the tights and the acolyte thing, but he's got short hair, which is just so strange. But I think later on in this year, on like the Raws, he creates like a posse to get rid of WCW wrestlers from the arena.
That makes sense.
Him and Hardcore Holly.
Was he the guy who, when they were WF New York, and that guy turns up at the WCW show, and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit."
I think so. Yeah.
Come on, I can't remember what pay-per-view it was, but I just remember that scene,
so we'll go on to the next match then. We've got RTC Right to Censor, which is accompanied by Steven Richards. It's everyone's favourite henchman. Is it everyone's favourite henchman? Bull Buchanan. Where do we rank Bull Buchanan in terms of henchman?
He's not Luke Gallows, is he, Russ? Let's be honest about it.
And he's got hair in this, which is weird.
Yeah, I like how he's got his hair. It looks like he's just a big douche. I think I said this before. It looks like a office douche / Tommaso Ciampa. It looks like that now.
Yeah. Where would you put him? Is he above Arn Anderson as a henchman? Is he underneath? Is he the worst henchman?
I always beat him. Adam Pacitti called me out for having to go at Anderson on his streams tonight. So because
he never does that.
No, I just said his podcast was really boring compared to the other Conrad ones, which apparently Pacitti did not agree with.
I like. It's the first one I stopped listening to.
It was his Blue Chew advert. I just swear I didn't say anybody.
Is that about trying to hang his hat on it?
Yeah, I know. So. But when is Bull Buchanan? No, he's rubbish anyway, let's be honest.
Yeah, he is. He's B squared, though.
B squared. When he was with John Cena.
He's like mini boss man for a bit.
Did he have a tag team with Tom Cole? Am I just making it up? I think I might be making it up.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can remember him as being mini boss man.
I just remember him being B squared.
I mainly remember him for this.
He was this for longest.
Really what I remember. Yeah.
But he was part of the corporation before this.
Yeah, because that's when it would have been with Bossman, weren't it?
Yeah, you said just literally just the same as Bossman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is he the worst kind of henchman?
Yeah, possibly.
I can't think of any others now. When I think of them three.
Bam Neely. Bam Neely.
Yeah, but he's only been one guy's henchman, hasn't
Oh, if you want about serial henchmen, then yeah, it's one of the worst.
I can't think of any serial henchmen. Tyson Tomko, but he was only ever really Christian's serial henchman, wasn't he?
And he was only really one.
But he was Christian's in WWF and TNA.
Yeah, he's got longevity, hasn't he?
So he's like...
Yeah, Bobby Cannon, worst one, fuck him.
Ezekiel Jackson? He's up there?
No, he was in the Continental Championess.
Yeah, he was.
He had some single success. He was the last ever ECW champion as well. Let's not forget.
Big Zeke.
he was called Big Rick in Lucha Underground. Someone put a cigar out in his eye, so he wore an eye patch.
Oh.
That's where WWE got it from with Rey Mysterio.
There we go.
So what was saying, wrestling on fair said Bull Buchanan is the worst of the serial henchmen.
Yeah, fair comment.
Luke Gallows number one.
Yeah, Luke Gallows is the best henchman of all time.
Yeah, everyone's favorite henchman. Also in RTC then is the Godfather, formerly known as the Godfather, formerly known as Cameron Mustafa, formerly known as Papa Shango, also known as Charles Wright, and then Val Venus. You forget he was in there, don't you?
Yeah, I'd like to.
He used to. I can't remember if he was in this. I don't think he was, but Val Venus always used to wear white pants in Right to Censor.
Yeah, did he? We saw it in the archives, haven't we?
Did he wear white pants in this show?
I don't think he did.
No, I think he had black ones.
Oh, is it, you know when they always wear a special attire for WrestleMania these days?
Yeah.
Is just wearing black pants.
He actually just wore normal
He's dressing
clothes.
though. It's like that. What was that elephant book where all the elephants are grey, but one's coloured, they're like colourful, like patchwork. The patchwork elephant.
Nelly the elephant.
No, I don't. It's called Nelly.
Of all the segues that we've had in this show, is this the most random one? Yeah.
Oh, is it Elmer?
The patch.
Elmer rings the bell.
Google.
It's Elmer. It's Elmer the elephant.
Yeah. So
Elmer the patchwork elephant.
Yes, there we go. Do I remember it? We all read that as a kid. It was in every library going.
Yeah.
But that I was just saying, Val Venus dresses like that all day long.
Val Venus is a patchwork elephant.
Yeah. So when it's like
excellent.
one day a year, they have like a fancy dressing, don't they? Where they all dress as patchwork. And she goes grey. So maybe that is what Val Venus is doing here.
Yeah.
The parallels. Who says they're in storytelling in wrestling? Because I've just nailed it.
You would get an A star for that in GCSE English, weren't you?
Yeah.
Symbolism.
Symbolism. Absolutely nailed it. That's RTC. So who are they against? They're against Taz, dressed as Alexa Rice.
Why is Taz there?
And the APA, Farouk and
Jackie.
I assumed it was going to be Jacqueline at first. I forgot this match had happened. I've seen it before.
Well, Ivory's in a match later on in actually.
Yeah, but you could have Jacqueline. She's cruiserweight champ.
Yeah, that's true.
She could go against the lads.
She's probably bigger than Taz as well.
Yeah.
Which, come on, JR, right? I know you like to. He thinks he's making Taz look real big, but he just literally goes like a fire hydrant or something. It's the same size as a fire hydrant.
You've got to be fair, right? To fair to JR, Taz spent a year bullying him before this.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
he blinded the guy.
I was going to say, yeah, JR put.
But JR just calls him a fire hydrant, and you're having a go at him for that.
You're having a cheap.
How could I forget about that? Because that's the reason Jerry Lawler jumped out with it.
Yeah.
And then there's you having a cheap pop at him.
Well, yeah, well,
disgraceful.
I don't know why they put him in that jumpsuit because he just looks small.
Yeah, he just looks stocky as fuck. Don't he?
So this only goes 3 minutes.
Big David wasn't impressed.
Farouk doesn't even get tagged in.
Is it not?
No.
I wonder if it was injured or something.
No, because he's in the match.
I know. Wade Barrett used to be like that at League of Nations, didn't he? He used to be on apron, but he was injured, so he couldn't.
Yeah, the League of Nations big moment during the TLC match between Sheamus and Roman Reigns. There was all Barrett. What the hell was like?
Yeah, good way.
Rusev and Del Rio. Basically, the end. Goodfather misses the whole train, and then Bradshaw hits a clothesline from hell to win.
Jesus, that was a big clothesline from hell.
What's he doing the whole train for? If he's a good father.
No, because he did it to piss him off, then he called it something else.
Was it the no train? It should have been the no train.
I feel like it was.
Makes
it was
sense.
something like that. Should we find out where is it? The good father. But yeah, the clothesline from hell is such an underrated finisher.
It depends how the other person takes it as well, doesn't it? This one looked unbelievable. Like he actually looked like he was about to be beheaded.
So because of this era, I got most of my WWF from Sunday Night Heat, presented by the coach and Michael P.S. Hayes, I think.
Yeah.
I genuinely believed, because Bradshaw was on Heat all the time, that it was one of the greatest finishes of all time because Michael PSA has told me so. And why would you lie?
Michael PSA is a man you should listen to.
Why would you lie? Yeah.
I don't know why it doesn't say if he changed his finishing then.
Yeah, it should have called him no train. Makes sense.
He should have, shouldn't he? But yeah, he did it to get heat basically because the hoes weren't coming in early.
They were not.
But he ate a clothesline. 3 minutes. Yeah, Farouk didn't even get tagged in, but he's involved in the finish. They're just sort of all fighting. What do we think?
Yeah, it's all right, wasn't it?
Is what it was what it wasn't. Was what it needed to be.
Yeah.
Put it at the start. Hometown boy, Bradshaw getting his big pop.
Yeah, but you can't. No, but you can't have him coming out because you then would have started the show with RTC's promo because you needed RTC's promo to be interrupted.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get those.
Half a star from the Melts.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not a classic, but
it's nothing.
You get to see 3 people you don't like get beat up by big hard Texans.
It's not the most ludicrously low rating he's given because there's one later on, which is fast.
If you're a Texan, you'd be all over this, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's nice to see the hometown boy doing all right, isn't he?
In what he can in 3 minutes 53 seconds.
These days he'd be jobbing out, wouldn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Weird that a year and a month he was wrestling Scott Hall on pay-per-view, Bradshaw.
Yeah. Yeah, but weirdly for Scott Hall, he would wrestle Stone Cold and then Bradshaw.
yeah,
saying that, yeah.
So good for one, but not good for the other.
Yeah.
But I don't know why Bradshaw didn't work as a champion.
I never liked him as a kid, and I can't put my finger on why.
I love APA. Everything about them.
Yeah, I think you get to.
I think you get to like the APA more as you're older because I think you understand the jokes a little bit more, and it connects on the adult humor a little bit more. I think.
Yeah, that doll that was great. We made one, didn't we? I think APA doll for the figures.
See, that's what you need, isn't it? See, I think this is why I love Sheamus because I just love just big hard blokes.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, steady on, Peters. It's a family show.
You've said it.
I just love big mean
men.
Yeah, big manly men just standing on us.
Big meaty men bumping meat.
Yeah, I am Vince McMahon, big sweaty man.
Big sweaty man.
It works. I'd pay to see it. We'll move on swiftly. Before we get cancelled. I've already been cancelled in France. It's been cancelled again.
Both your fault.
That's true. We've got Stephanie McMahon. She interrupts Trish Stratus.
Oh God,
I've wrote here,
awful.
Interrupts Trish Stratus wheeling Linda McMahon around.
Fuck.
Because I guess Vince is drugging her.
Yeah. She's sedated.
Heavily sedated.
She's heavily sedated.
Right, we'll get to that much.
Is odd Lynn.
I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm going to explain later on why I think Vince McMahon is genuinely a genius.
Well, I just put for this segment, the Steph bit is awful.
Well, Maggie's, oh God, she's annoying there. She's crimped her hair. I don't like crimped hair.
Are you not crimping yours anytime soon then?
No, you could probably crimp yours.
I can chew it now. I can chew it to crimp it.
So, yeah, but it won't cover what you're missing, beers. You know
no, well, you're right.
Just tie it back, boy. You can have anything back there.
Need to get the old business in the front, party in the back. That's me.
Is it a party in the back?
Yeah.
Do you think Linda McMahon looks like David Beckham's mum?
I don't know David Beckham.
I don't know what David Beckham's
mum.
She looks like Linda McMahon.
I don't know what David Beckham.
Oh, in that case, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. What a shout.
David Beckham's mum. Sandra.
Yeah, somewhat.
A little bit.
She looks more like Claire Baldwin.
Sure, a little bit. It's a double. Like, I saw them at Wimbledon, and I was like, literally, why is Beckham sat with Linda McMahon at Wimbledon?
Imagine that was like a...
She looks like an older Claire Baldwin.
Yeah, the first picture that comes up, yes, she does look like Claire Baldwin. But if you go onto the actual
no,
images,
then you go on the other ones. Yeah.
David Beckham's mum, Wimbledon. Next, please.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Get that shot.
Yeah, is it Linda McMahon? Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I think it's Beckham's mum tonight. God, that's David Beckham's mum.
Vince McMahon heavily sedated David Beckham's mum.
That sounds like one of those Twitter bots, which is like generate that storyline.
Do you know what the best one of them is? The Louis Theroux one.
It's great. That one and the Yoko Ono one was a good one for me.
I don't know if I've seen the Yoko Ono one. But yeah, Louis Theroux one's great.
Yeah, he recorded one, didn't he? About Hull.
Yeah, he didn't do the thing that they just recorded him saying it.
But I don't believe there's a portal to hell, or else I don't think he's doing it officially.
Well, some areas are.
Yeah. Shout out to Branzam.
Europe's largest council state. I don't know if it is anymore. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, big up. The Branzam massive.
Yeah, bed it to the ground.
Cancel the Branzam.
Oh god.
What's the enemy list? It's just getting longer and longer. It's flipping the bees.
Oh god. Should we move on to
Disgraceful.
genuinely I don't know if it's my favourite match of the card, but one of my favourite matches ever.
Oh no, there's a little bit in this that makes me sad.
Right, we'll get there in a minute then. So we've got the Hardcore Championship match. This is Raven the Championship against Big Show and Kane. It's a triple threat. This is the match. When someone says Hardcore title, this is the match I think of.
Well, this is what you think of, and it just absolute carnage going here, there, and everywhere.
For me, I think of Crash Holly in a ball pit.
That as well. But with a match, this would be it.
Yeah. All right.
Raven's brought out a shopping trolley full of weapons, which had leaves in it. I'd love it for the ball.
Big old entrance for Raven in it as well, walking down that thing with a shopping trolley. Big old entrance for him.
It needs to happen more that on hardcore matches. One needs to bring out their own weapons.
Why don't you just push it down the thing and just see where it goes?
Because shopping trolleys do not go in a straight line.
Yeah, but it's funny though, isn't it?
Well, no, but it's just crashed them.
No, you should have had Kane go first, right? Walks
then
out,
push it into
does Kane thing. So while he's walking down, Raven just clatters him behind of a shopping trolley.
Exactly.
Oh no, Kane sits in it and just wheels down to the ring. Hooray! What's up, lads?
Well, Kane comes out next, and then Raven start fighting straight away before the Big Show comes out.
And then the ring bell goes before Big Show comes out.
Just the Big Show. Man. What is your sad point, Peters? What makes you sad?
When they go to the back and they go through the wall and they don't go through it cleanly and they hit the bit of lumber in the middle of the wall, it could have just been so good, like just the wall exploded and they hit the little bit of lumber that's keeping the shitty wall that's literally being built for this match there. And it's just that little bit of disappointment. Could have been such a good visual, and the woods there.
Yeah,
well, and it just makes me sad.
Is that I'm checking out when Big Show and Kane go through the wall?
Yeah,
the choke slam, trying to choke slam each other. I love that because Big Show's choke slamming. He says something, and Kane just grabs hold of it.
The best is when Kane's in the golf cart and takes the referee with him.
Oh, we'll get there in a second. Then before that, Raven, they pretty much just go backstage straight away. Raven's thrown for a window, which the crowd were genuinely shocked about.
Yeah,
the crowd went, "Oh,
man's through a window."
Man's through a window. Again, that was just placed there purely for that match.
I think Kane's thrown for a door. I don't picture a Kane. Is there a better comedy act?
Yeah, then it's a bit where is it Big Show's trying to lock the door,
and and then
it
takes him ages.
And then Kane just walks up and opens it.
I was going to say he takes ages to lock it, and then Kane just goes nope, and then moves it. Ridiculous.
Oh, Kane.
Why is there a cage backstage? We'll never know.
Why is there a wall backstage? Why is there any?
They've never been any good at placing walls. I can't remember. There's an episode of Raw one time where they put a fake wall next to an exit sign. So it was obviously a corridor, and it was just a fake wall. I think it was
like this, isn't it?
Strowman and Roman.
They're
having it on. He's not finished. He won't finish with him.
It's no different to this, where they've just literally put the wall there and the glass there.
Yeah,
you got to appreciate the effort.
Yeah,
I guess.
So Raven and the more memorable, Raven gets into a golf cart. Show gets on the back of it. And then they were inches away from cutting power out to everything.
Yeah,
hit the wrong place, didn't he? I think it was on Bruce Richard's podcast, wasn't it?
He wasn't supposed to go off there, was he?
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a chase, but Big Show was grabbing hold of him and he lost control of the car and crashed it. And he was so close to cutting out the power to the entire arena.
Can you imagine if that had have happened?
That's why, when Kane gets in the car and the ref just jumps in with him, which is
that was great. That was absolutely brilliant. What a
That's
visual!
Why they sort of drive slow, what? Because Raven's crashed his golf cart. It wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, you gotta love a good golf cart spot.
That comes from. I'm pretty sure Raven said that on Stone Cold's podcast.
Yeah, I think it was on Bruce's as well that happened.
And then to make up for it, they start running and Kane just mows Raven down. Golf cart spots.
It is great, this pay-per-view with stuff like that.
And then they fight back to the stage. Big Show's got Raven in a military press. Kane kicks him off the stage. Then it's a leg drop and wins. It's 9 minutes, but it was the best 9 minutes of the show.
I've got no problem with this going 9 minutes.
Oh, I loved it. I wanted to go longer.
It's good, wasn't it?
It was just a silly little match that needed to be there.
Was the 24/7 rule in effect to this, or was it just?
It was, but I think they stopped it for pay-per-views and stuff, didn't they?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, because I remember that there was a few serious hardcore matches for this title later on, wasn't there?
Well, RVD gets the
RVD
title,
and
then
Jeff Hardy and Undertaker for a bit.
Yeah,
it was just a nice, neat little silly match that just needs to be there. And just
I wish to do more of this. I understand why they don't do it because of the whole fans in the arena can't see a lot, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, but you see more of this and you don't want to fight in the crowd.
Yeah, you watch it on the screen anyway. How are you kidding yourself? If you don't like the floor of WrestleMania,
Yeah, you watch the screen.
You watch on the big screen.
Yeah, you don't watch the match live. Yeah. You watch it on the screen.
Yeah,
it's hard not to, especially in America. They've got the big massive screens in the middle hanging down.
Yeah, that Dallas one. It was hard to watch anything else on it.
Yeah, massive that one.
But yeah, no, I loved it.
Uncle Dave gave it 1 3/4.
Ah, Davey,
I know.
Oh.
Harsh by Big.
This is why he's a prick.
Do you know what the other day he said on the tweets? There's a difference between what he prefers and what is a 5-star match. So like he must have some like mythical rule book somewhere.
What are the rules, brother?
Wait a minute, what are the rules?
But he must, because he was like, there's been a match in the past, all AEW, where he's like, oh, I didn't like that. 4.5 stars. And it's like, but apparently what he considers his own personal taste is not, I don't understand how it works.
So what it does,
but then sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't like that, but then the crowd got really into it, so I give it like a higher star rating. Well, in that case, mate, why is Rock Hogan not 7 stars? I've had enough.
He flips.
What a 3/4 for this.
I agree.
But I guess if you're giving the first match 2 stars, then I don't know what's the 5-star match. Why are we worrying about it?
Why was Shawn Michaels Undertaker 4 3/4?
Oh, that's infuriating.
Shawn Michaels Ric Flair, that wasn't 5 stars, was it?
No.
Why all the anything?
Yeah, well, Hogan Andre -3. Tower of Doom -3. Can you believe
Did you Hogan Andre -3?
Yeah. Did you also know that on Halloween Havoc 95, widely regarded as one of the greatest pay-per-views of all time?
I've heard that as well.
No 5-star matches.
What?
Didn't even rate the Monster Truck match.
The Giant died.
He died, and he couldn't even get a star. No solitary star.
Oh no, Giant!
Outrageous. But yeah, back to this. This pay-per-view, greatest pay-per-view of all time, according to a lot of people.
Hogan had his mustache shaved off.
And not even get a star.
Yeah, he gave Hogan Andre the Giant -4 stars.
-4? I thought it was only -3.
No, -4.
Yeah.
What a knob.
I can't remember what the worst match of all time is, but I think it's TNA. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Is it the TNA Battle Royal on the first ever?
Some sort of scaffold match in TNA, I think, but I'm not sure.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Raven, Big Show, Kane. Kane is the winner. He's the new hardcore type.
Surprised. It felt like the type of match that Raven would win. I don't know why.
It felt like, Big Show and Kane was ridiculous, and Raven would just get the cover at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But then Kane pinned the Big Show to make a statement, so also JR said.
Yeah.
The only thing that I thought that made JR look a bit foolish was they said, well, that was a unique match. We'll never see anything like that again tonight. And then, like 2 hours later,
two
happens.
And you get Undertaker Triple H as well.
There's a street fight as well.
And Linda McMahon gets out of a wheelchair.
Oh, come on. Oh, spoiler alert, man.
20 years ago.
Spoiler alert.
It's the greatest pop of all time.
It was.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, God. Spoiler alert. We'll move on then. Edge and Christian, and then seen talking to Angle. Angle's not really listening though because he's watching himself tap out to Ben White.
Intense, isn't he? Yeah.
I love this.
He didn't officially tap out.
Yeah. I'm sorry, yeah. Angle's claiming he never tapped because it wasn't an official match, so you can't officially tap out if it's not an official match. I guess he was going for the whole if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound kind of thing.
The theory's there.
So good. Angle's just so good.
He was a solid douche running at this point.
He hated him.
Yeah.
All you need to do is hate him. When he was the world champion in 2000, I hated him all the way through.
Yeah, he was the world champion like a month before this pay-per-view, wasn't he?
Yeah, he lost it on the way out to the Rock. And I absolutely despised him. And God's sake, Angle. It's weird that his mate's Edge and Christian because they would have a great feud later on, Edge and Angle.
Sure would.
Yeah, they would actually, thinking about it. Good point.
We then get Jimmy Snooker at WWF New York doing weird and things. I'd whatever forgive him for Tamina.
I think Jimmy Snooker's done worse than that, Ross.
Yeah, we'll gloss over that.
Allegedly. And then we get Coach in the Tux.
Yeah, looking bit of hair on the couch.
Looking young here, looking young and fresh.
Yeah, bit of fuzz.
He looks better than Michael Cole does back in these days. And Kevin Kelly. He's interviewing someone from Australia. That's nice of her.
Yeah.
God, is she not just stock answers?
This is to say this, wear this WrestleMania shirt that we're giving you all, baseball shirt. WrestleMania baseball shirt lives on to this day, which I love.
I'm surprised you don't have one. I thought you'd be.
I wanted one.
No, I get a hoodies when I go. I said when I go. I've been to two.
Yeah, you've been to
so I've got a hoodie each time, but yeah, baseball shirt. When am I going to wear a baseball shirt? Having said that, I have just bought a championship belt that I'm never going to wear anywhere. And it needs to stay in my drawer.
I'm not sure if you're wearing them right now, but I've seen you on many occasions wear NWO Zubaz pants.
Yeah, do you know what? I finish work and I always get dressed properly for work. And then I came onto these podcasts. I'm actually in my jeans right now, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think, because I could see you sat at home, NWO Zubaz pants, WrestleMania.
But if I'm wearing my WrestleMania baseball shirt, where am I going to put my Snoop Dogg Undertaker t-shirt?
Underneath.
Yeah,
you don't have it fastened. You can have it loose.
I'm promising you both now, the first wrestling show the three of us go to after this pandemic is over, I'm wearing the Undertaker Snoop Dogg shirt. It's happening.
I'm a bit disappointed. I thought you were going to say wearing the Zubaz.
So did I.
No, I don't even. I'll occasionally go and collect a takeaway in those from downstairs in the car park of my flat.
I can just see it though. Zubaz pants. WrestleMania, the Undertaker Snoop Dogg shirt, the WrestleMania thing, the championship belt around your waist. I don't know.
Be on my shoulders. Come on. Very close.
No, come on, show the belt some respect.
I might keep it in the fridge like CM Punk.
Show the belt some respect and wear it around your waist.
All right, yeah, that's what you should
wear it around your neck. Like Undertaker used to have it dangling from his neck.
It's only seen it, didn't he, at one point,
Yeah,
there you go.
That's what we'll cover next week.
Well, Undertaker once told Gregory Helms, do you think you're too good for the belt? Because he was wearing it off his shoulder. Yeah. And then every day from then, Gregory Helms used to wear it around his waist.
Yeah, well, Big Show, when he first won it, got ripped by like Kevin Nash or someone, I think, saying, "Oh, you got to wear the belt all the time." And then so he was wearing it for an airport. And Sting pulled his head like, "Hey kid, you look like an idiot."
It would have been Nash. Was it too early for Nash?
No, he was there, wasn't he?
Yeah, someone like that, wasn't it?
Someone like that. No, it might have been a bit early actually. Yeah,
too early for Nash, wasn't it?
I don't think it'd have been Hogan because he was Big Show's mentor, wasn't he?
Yeah, it'd have been someone like Scott
Steiner. He killed him.
Steiner. Yeah, Steiner's probably a very good show. Yeah.
And I can just imagine Sting like, "What the hell is this guy doing?"
Yeah, you look an idiot. Take it off.
We're ribbon on the square. Oh god! But yeah, you need some sort of baseball cap to finish off the ensemble.
Yeah, I should get one.
A wildlife hat, or something.
Yeah, wildlife would be good.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't see me hat.
Yeah,
Doctor Thugger.
You've probably got one tape Peter's London.
Oh, a great hat. Yeah.
Since John Cena is your favourite wrestler of all time.
John Cena is my favourite wrestler of all time.
Gone into Ring of Honor anyhow.
Yeah, on.
So that's enough Coach in Australia. Oh, shout out to the two Australian guys who tried to get the Aussie chant going. And they sang it all. Nobody gave a shit.
All the way through. Imagine if Coach just joined in. Like,
yeah, that would be. How about a beer for Monet? Where was he?
He was in local news at the time, I think. That's how the rest of the business.
We didn't see The Rock entering the dressing room. Just made it seem like a big deal, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Hangs his belt up.
Yeah.
And walks off.
Yeah. Didn't they cut up all his fancy shirts or something at one point, The Rock?
Someone like ruined all his $300 shirts or something, yeah.
Yeah, so, well, to be fair, he wasn't as hinged about them, was he? As I say, you wouldn't do it now, would you?
No.
That says it right for wearing a $300 shirt, doesn't it?
If you've got it, do it.
You don't do it now because he's the future president of the United States, isn't he?
Oh, God, I hope so.
Imagine President Rock.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I'd love it if he just dropped the fucking rock bottom on Boris Johnson.
And do you know what would be the worst thing? If The Rock becomes president, he would be the second guy to be president and in the WWE Hall of Fame.
He's not in the Hall of Fame, The Rock, is he?
No, but he's going to go in at some point.
Yeah.
But he's not in it yet, is he?
He wouldn't be
Imagine
first.
going in as president.
President Rock. President Johnson.
Or just he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Imagine if it just started with it if you smelled the rock is cooking and then went into that.
You know what Vince would do? He'd organise a ceremony the night before the inauguration. Right? So
Yeah.
He'd do the rock.
He'd do it first. Yeah, it just makes you sick that Donald Trump's number will always be the first guy to do both.
I mean, I didn't think it'd be anyone else, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Wrestlers love to do mayors and ships and that, don't they?
Yeah.
It's that thing in America. I don't know any celebrity mayors over here. Closest we've got is the weatherman who was on BBC Look North.
There was that Glenda Jackson won an Oscar and then became a Labour MP.
I don't know what she is, though.
Yeah.
Not that famous.
She won an Oscar.
Yeah, what about the weatherman who was Mayor of Wetwan?
Paul Hudson.
Yeah,
he wasn't a real mayor, though, was he? He wasn't like
He wasn't, he? Is he not the real mayor?
No, it was just like a ceremonial thing on it. It was
Hartlepool-
Richard Whiteley. It was Paul Hudson.
Hartlepool,
I always thought he got voted in.
No, it was just a ceremonial thing. I wanted like a real thing.
I think Hartlepool United's mascot ran for mayor of Hartlepool once.
Did, yeah.
In my head, that's Jeff Stelling.
I think he did.
Is he the mayor of Hartlepool now?
I think he might be.
I nearly fell off a stool. I was so shocked to the thought.
Whoa!
What's happened here?
I think he might be actually. But anyway,
Mayor
I don't know who the mayor of
Hartlepool.
Wetwag is now. Is it still Paul Hudson?
This is a joke, that
Did you think he was democratically elected?
Yeah.
I think he was, Ross, but by the views of London half.
So the mayor of Hartlepool was abolished in 2013.
Yeah.
It was only for 11 years, and all 3 terms of office were set by Stuart Drummond.
That was him. He was the
Who's the
mascot.
ceremonial mayor, though?
He was the mascot. Ross.
The ceremonial mayor now is Councillor Brenda Lyons. Nice picture of her on the hartlepool.gov.uk website with husband Den.
Den Loyne.
Den
Loyne.
Den Lyons. Or Loinsy to his close friends.
Good God.
Right,
What has this podcast become?
wrestling.
Beginning of this podcast, we're like, it might go a bit long, this WrestleMania X-Seven, because it's a good show. We just looked up the mayor of Hartlepool on Wikipedia. What are we doing?
Eddie Guerrero on this test for the European title.
Why is Perry Saturn wearing a lampshade?
I'll put this. Eddie with Perry Saturn in a hat.
Bit mean to the old hat energy, yeah. And then,
Was this before Moppy take it?
Yeah. This was still like Radicals were still a thing at this point.
yeah, did he not? Did he shoot on someone?
Yeah, it was after this one.
Well,
He just
yeah.
he said he blacked out, didn't he? And just literally beat the crap out of someone.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. I want to say it's like a tough enough guy, but I can't remember the name.
That's Bob Holly.
Yeah, it was about, piece of shit.
Defender of I think you are. Call him by his real name though. Former world title challenger Bob Holly.
Yeah, well, he's going to get his head kicked in by Bob Ross at WrestleMania. Where he's fighting him in a ladder match for the Bob Championship.
For the Bob Championship.
That's a match that got signed last week on the stream.
Well, Bob Ross didn't win his last match, did he? He's an awful.
No, he did lose against Sting in Hell in a Cell. So
with Ric Flair.
Ric
And the
Flair.
last episode of Nitro.
Those streams were sensible for about 5 episodes, and they just went off the rails the other night. But I had a great time.
Join us on Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and Sunday mornings at 10:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Wrestling around, watch Lou lose every match on stream. That's what you do these days, isn't it?
Ah, come on.
So,
Did I
testing this match as well. How big was this pop?
Well, he was married to Stephanie long before this.
Yeah. He also won a battle royal for like to not be fired, depending on who won the invasion.
Yeah, he did. You see, he defected, didn't he? If you ever test big WCW run.
Test. Fucking test.
Yeah, it's a big deal, eh? He always tries to get. He's one of those wrestlers who they always tried to get over, didn't they? But
It was really young.
never
here,
quite
wasn't
made it. But even they tried it again with ECW, didn't they? And it just
The
never
problem,
really.
it was
panned
like
out.
the perfect. It was Vince's ideal, wasn't he? Like real tall and muscular. He was like,
Yeah, I think this is on a Bruce Pritchard podcast again, and it might have been I ever read it. I can't remember if it was on a test episode or not. But I think he just said like they pushed him because he looked good.
Too soon.
They pushed him too soon. Yeah.
Is it? Is it because it's called Test?
Well, it's not made it.
Yeah.
No, like it's like Edge made it. And what's that mean?
Edge is cooler than Test.
No, but
Test
it's
is pretty shit.
No, because this is a test.
Well,
Test,
Test is talking
this
about
is
the
a
quiz.
test.
choice.
Test.
Multiple choice. That should be his finisher.
Multiple choice.
Multiple choice. Don't know what it would have been. It's hit the GCSE. But yeah.
Oh, you could have called it like the five.
Is it the final
five
question?
Mark answer or something like that.
Is it
Final
the final
question.
question?
Yeah. Final question would have been good. Good set. Yeah, that would have been a good. That would have been a good finisher. That final question.
Tess is just shit name.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that seems shit because he was shit. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in
But
peace.
he
He had no charisma though, did he?
Does it pass the WrestleMania test? So you got to ask yourself.
He had no charisma. That was a problem.
Could you see test in the main event? Not the person test, the name test.
No.
Okay. Could you see Edge?
Can you see this coming up live? Your main event is Stone Cold against the World Heavyweight Champion Test.
Yeah, it works fine. You've had the Miz.
Yeah, no, we should.
Who's the most ridiculous WrestleMania name? Undertaker's rubbish, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, because there's a job in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think Test is pretty awful.
No, I don't think it's too bad. His music was very good.
Yeah, his music's crap. This match is awful as well, though, isn't it?
It goes 8 minutes.
It's too long and too messy for me, I felt.
Yeah.
I didn't really get why they put these two against each other.
There's one bit I enjoyed, though, where Test gets his foot caught in the ropes and the ref can't get him out. so Eddie has to do it. And then JR has to be like, oh, well, he's doing that because he knows he can't win.
Yeah.
Stupid ref. Perry Saturn takes his hat off and then gets involved. Then Dean Malenko comes out. So, of course, because Test is the babyface, and it's just a rule in wrestling. When a heel comes out and you're the babyface, no matter how good of a position you're in, so if you could win it there and then, you have to just stop what you're doing and go after the face.
Yeah,
I mean the heel. It's just one.
Like what?
It's just one of them rules, isn't it?
Yeah.
So Test goes after him. So Eddie uses the belt and then pins him to become the new champ. Eddie Guerrero's the new European champ.
Yeah.
Just a bit flat.
What is Eddie's best? I think it didn't last long in the company after this, did he?
Yeah, he went on to the Independents and came back, I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
Big Dave gave this 2.25, which I feel is quite high.
This is not better than the first match.
No.
No, it's outrageous, actually, David Meltzer, when I think about it. What's he doing?
He's had a shocker, isn't he?
What is he doing?
Maybe it's because it's a title change, he's giving it a little bit more.
Yeah. That disgusted that I'm leaving.
Is that enough? Where's he going? He's quit.
He's gone.
Lewis quit the show.
All right, Piers.
He's gone.
Piers Lou's gone.
And to this, I don't know if he's coming back.
Well, he's going to miss the biggest, one of the best matches on the card, then, isn't he?
Well, he's back. He's back. It was getting hairy. That we weren't sure if he was coming back.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to miss the best match on the card.
I was annoyed, but I'm back.
So we get Michael Cole interviewing Mick Foley. He's going to be the special guest ref later on in the McMahon vs. McMahon match, and he does love cheap pop, doesn't he? Foley,
right here, in Houston, Texas.
You gotta love it. Then we go on to the next match. Is this what you're calling the best match on the card?
No, one of the best matches on the card.
Yeah. We've got Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. There's an Angle promo to start. Basically, it's just slagging off Texas.
Did you not enjoy this match?
I thought it was boring. I thought it was all right. It's not the best match on the card. I thought there's several was better than this.
You're going to be in for a little shocky pose then.
It's just got 5 stars on Dave Meltzer. It's not even the best match he's to add.
It's got 4.25.
Really?
Yep.
He loves his technical stuff.
It's not even the best match that he's to add, though.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Benoit. And that's before the murders.
I really like this match.
I just thought this match is what it is.
It's all a good story, Ross, this match.
Yeah, it
Angle he thought he could out-wrestle him, he couldn't. So he just started wailing on him. It was good. I thought it was a good story.
But basically, the full thing of this was Benoit made Angle tap, and Angle never tapped before in the match.
I actually didn't write a lot for this match because I was really enjoying it.
There was a ref bump.
I've got the ending was a little bit messy.
Well, there was a ref bump. Angle taps to the crossface, but obviously the ref's not there. Benoit then kicks out the Angle slam. And then right at the end, Angle hits a low blow and pins him holding the tights, so he's cheated to win. So I guess that's the story that he can't beat him fairly.
Exactly.
I mean, it was all right. I'm not saying it was a bad match. I'm saying
it's good. But it's when you're younger, you don't care about this, do you? It's one for the purists, I reckon.
Technical masterclass.
Yeah, I can see why Dave, our friend
How you doing, Dave?
Give it 4.25 because it's what he likes, isn't it?
I can cut 4 matches better than this on the card.
Is it for me?
I would put this bang in the middle. I'd say the 4 matches better than this.
Wrestling is a buffet, Ross.
Yeah. Well, this is the 3rd highest rated match on the card.
So what did you put above it, Ross? Shane versus Vince.
Shane versus Vince, TLC, the hardcore match, and
the hard. I think TLC got higher star ratings. We'll get to it. I think it did. Well,
and Taker Triple H.
This is the 3rd highest star rating on the match.
Well, the main event as well, yeah.
Yeah,
but I think so. Yeah, 5 matches better than it.
Yeah, Dave likes this shit, doesn't he? Sorry for me.
I mean, it was all right, wasn't it? It went 14 minutes.
All right. It was better than all right, man.
It was. No, I thought it was a good story.
It was, but it's not the best match he still had. I don't know. I just think it got drowned out by the other matches. If the other matches weren't as good, I probably would say, yeah, this was one of the better matches. I just think it was bang in the middle because there was a lot better matches in it.
Yeah, I disagree with you too much for once. It was good.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying it didn't have for me. I didn't care about it as much as a lot of the other matches. There's a lot of the other matches I would watch again over this match.
Good, not great. I think is what I would say. I got to say that again with the watchability. I hate to bring it up again, but I just can't do it with them well.
Yeah, well, there's that as well.
Yeah, I think that's it. It does. Like a style.
It does affect it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, Dave didn't know that at the time, did he?
No, he didn't.
How you doing, Dave?
Cheers, Terry Adderboy.
Cheers, Dave.
Terry Adderballer then.
Terry
Adderballer.
I can't imagine. It's just about there. Terry did not have Ebola. There's ones for the Football League fans. We then move on then. William Regal.
This segment is incredible.
He's lost the match. He's not happy. He didn't get the title. He's commissioner. He just wants to go back to his office. Kick back with a puzzle. Sorry, I mean a cold beer. Find out Kamala and Kimchi is smashing it up.
And he calls Michael Cole a miserable specimen.
You know what I love about this segment?
Because it's completely pointless.
No, right. It just reminded me of real life these days. It looked like
when that massive Ugandan smashing up.
Walk into the office and
this was like a parody of The Office, wasn't it? So there was a picture of the Queen, your British flags. These days, fucking Tory and Peter having interviews there.
Well, have you seen the new thing on the news? Every building has state building has to have one.
Well, I've got my flag up because I love my country.
Well, yeah. Well, if you don't like your country, then you can go somewhere else.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though you've made it significantly harder for me to go anywhere else.
Yeah. But I just find it funny because it was just like the Americans like, oh, this is a stereotypical British office, and like these days it's like government policy to have an office like that. I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. I would love that though. Boris Johnson's next address to the nation of Kamala came and smashed it up.
Kimchi's an odd fellow, isn't he?
Do you know what Kimchi is?
No.
Who plays Kimchi?
No, I genuinely
in it Brooklyn Brawler?
Steve Lombardi, the Brooklyn Brawler.
Yeah. I genuinely did not know that.
It was a lot of people because he was under a mask, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But it
Brooklyn,
was
he played a lot of people.
He did it the most. The Brooklyn Brawler.
I honestly didn't know that. That's quite interesting.
And he was playing he was the Brooklyn Brawler here as well.
Yeah. He's the Brooklyn Brawler. Oh, in the Battle Royal, which is obviously the best.
The Battle Royal, yeah.
You were going to say that. I was like, yeah.
I think so. I don't think he was dead, was he?
No, he's still alive. He got released, didn't he, from WWE recently?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. Steve Lombardi.
In a Hall of Fame. Brooklyn Brawler.
Good on him.
I think he is.
Yeah. We didn't get I think there's loads of like stuff with Undertaker and the troops. I went to the title or something on this, but
it's kind of like an early days tribute to the troops, isn't it?
It was a look how good we are by WWF. For me, it was the cynic in me.
I think Undertaker had some sort of like song after him as well, like sung after him.
Oh, it was the marches, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the technical.
Doing the marching tune.
Yeah,
so the marching time or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Undertaker. That was the way it went, wasn't it?
Undertaker. Yeah.
And then we've got Kurt Angle. He's getting interviewed, but it's interrupted by Benoit, who is the face. So he's lost the match, and then he just makes him tap.
Yeah,
Got some of the
I believe it led to the Ultimate Submission match, did it not?
I think it did.
Backlash 2001. Which I don't remember that match at all.
I think it was better than this.
As a kid, I don't remember
No,
it.
I don't remember that.
I remember watching the pay-per-view because I remember the main event, but I don't remember that match.
Was Backlash 2001 the DX Express, or was that the year before?
It was the 2-man power trip.
Right, so it wasn't the DX Express.
Yeah.
No.
In fact, it would have been DX Express.
Yeah, because Road Dogg was down in Florida, wasn't he?
DX weren't even here, was it?
Road Dogg's turned up in the whole NW trying to get a job there.
Get somewhere.
We'll move on to the next match then. The only women's match on the card is Ivory. She's the champion.
So this goes on from Royal Rumble 2001, which is in the archives. It's still going on, this piece of shit.
So we're going against China. Ivory broke China's neck. Well, I think he did. Val Venus did it. Ivory just sort of touched her, I guess she went on. They had a match at Royal Rumble where China did the worst handspring I've ever seen.
She did like a handspring back elbow, didn't she? Went into the corner and then just collapsed.
And it just collapsed, even though it was
goes
like...
and feels her hands up.
Even though...
That's another story for the other podcast.
It's in the archives, but basically, it's not even the worst bump in the match. She goes off. RTC are banned from ringside for this.
Good.
Would that make all the difference? Yes, it
No.
would. It goes 2 minutes. Ivory uses the belt before the bell, gets a few punches in, but China wins after a press slam.
Yeah.
So
well
this
done,
is accumulation of a few months worth of storyline. They finish it in 2 minutes 39 seconds, and it's a pile of horse shit.
Okay, so you got to remember though, that China, for all a good call, could not wrestle.
No, China was an awful wrestler.
Weirdly, they were going to make her like WWE champ like a couple of years before this, weren't they?
That was Russo's plan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Big
Russo
Dave
wanted
rated,
to do it.
Interesting.
Big Dave rated this far too highly.
What they rate?
-1.
Yeah,
It was awful.
No, this was
China-
better than Hogan Andre. I don't think so.
I think China never lost it, did she?
Did she just get released?
Did she get released as champ?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, she was here till about 2002-ish. I think she disappeared in about the October time, I think, didn't she? And then just sort of went.
Yeah.
I don't really remember much going on with wrestling after this. No, they got.
I think by the end of the invasion, she was gone.
Yeah, she wasn't in the invasion, I think.
So-
I think in the Survivor Series, there is like a match for the vacant title.
Because
So her last match was at Judgment Day 2001 against Lita.
Yeah.
And then she left on in November.
Yeah.
because the whole invasion angle was Sarah Wilson and Stacey Keibler against Lita and Trish Stratus, pretty much. And that was the women's angle.
Yeah.
2 minutes. Anything else to add to this? It was what it was, wasn't it?
Oh,
China-
yeah.
China
That was a nice entrance. I like the whole canon. Even had that twist there. Good.
Yeah. And then we get Vince backstage. Yeah, he's with Linda, Steph and Trish. He's basically going to say he's always going to win. And he wants Trish to bring Linda out at the right time so he can watch him. He's a nutcase, isn't he?
Imagine explaining this to your actual wife.
Imagine running this by everyone. What's going to happen is, right? I'm going to tell you I want a divorce. I'm going to pretend to drug you. You're going to have to sit there and watch. While this is happening, the best looking person in the wrestling, I'm going to make her take her clothes off and bark like a dog and stuff in front of me. Who's going to make out all the time?
Has that already happened at this point? The whole.
Yeah.
I think
like a
so,
dog,
yeah.
Yeah. Because Trish tends face off this.
Yeah. I can remember if she was apologising for this, if that makes sense.
But no, he's going to do all that. I'm going to make out right in front of you. There's nothing you can do. We're just acting, Linda.
Yeah.
It's not cheating on you, we're just acting. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go beat his son, my son as well, to bloody pulp WrestleMania. And Linda's like, yeah, we'll do it, yeah.
Where do you want me to sit?
That sounds good.
Where's
the wheelchair?
Yeah, do you want me to get in it now?
Where's the wheelchair, son?
This is fucking nuts, this match. Vince McMahon versus Shane McMahon in a street fight. Just funny. Vince was drugging Linda, I guess.
Yeah. Well, they're talking about it, like, how heavily sedated Linda McMahon.
So he's getting away with it.
She's like half asleep as well, though, isn't she? Like she's
Great
like
acting
got proper
from
like
Lynn.
glazed eyes and half open. It's good acting by the way.
Her acting was fantastic. The bit where she was just sat in the, I mean, I'm skipping ahead a bit now, but when she was out there and she was just sat there, just staring forwards, it's like, I think Shane was going for a table in front of her.
Even
She just sat there like,
just
yeah,
nothing.
French. Yeah.
So Vince comes out with Stephanie. Shane's obviously bought WCW, so he was the face. Now was the heel. Now no one gives a shit about him.
But everyone got heat on those WCW guys, didn't they?
Yeah.
They're up in the Skybox.
As you would do.
Who was there? Who did I see? Mike Awesome, he was there, wasn't he?
Mike Awesome, Sean
Stacey Keebler.
Chuck Palumbo.
Lance Storm, was he there?
I think.
Yeah, Hugh Morris, probably.
Yeah. It would have been a lot better, though, wouldn't it, if it was fucking Goldberg, Sting,
Yeah.
Hogan. Booker T on there, was he?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Even DDP was there.
Yeah.
Because
I was doing my research on WCW. Did you know that Vince never actually bought WCW?
Who did? Titan.
No one. So Vince bought the WCW brand and he bought some wrestler contracts. But WCW, the company, just had to change its name and it was still under Turner. And it was called like Worldwide Wrestling or something. And it only went out of business in 2017. Yeah.
But Vince bought all the tangible
assets.
assets.
But Vince basically bought everything from it. Yeah, but I just thought
he bought the video catalogue as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he literally bought everything. But yeah, apparently WCW itself technically lived on to like 2017, which I thought was interesting.
I always think it's one of wrestling's great shames that WCW didn't go again under WWF.
Universal Wrestling Corporation is what it was renamed to. And then obviously that's when it closed down in 2017. You'll notice it was the same year that the Universal title was introduced. I've just made that connection up myself, but it's true.
Clever though, it's a thing. I think it's one of. Imagine if they kept the WCW brand going.
Oh god damn! If I was listening to the Bischoff podcast the other week where they were doing Greed, and it was just you gutted out and it didn't work out.
Did they kept it going though?
Under
WWF
or even under WWE, yeah. But
and so it's like Raw and SmackDown, but I think he would have had it separate.
Yeah, they tried it. Anyway, we might do like a little special episode or dig it out near a pay-per-view that night where they tried it. They gave them an event tonight, Booker T and Buff, wasn't it?
Bagwell. Apparently Vince hated it. But it was Bagwell was saying he thinks they wanted it to fail because they did it in Washington and the next week it was in.
Yeah. But Bruce Pritchard said it had to work everywhere, didn't it? That was his argument.
Which I get, but
also Conrad was like, fucking
Come on. You do it somewhere where it's going to work out first. So then people watching it think, oh, it's a big deal. All these people are cheering.
Yeah.
I think it would have been good because the main thing with the brand split now is it's not a brand split, is it?
No, and they ruin their own rules like every time.
Follow the rules, brother.
We'll probably rant more on like the WrestleMania specials or whatever, but yeah, it does matter now. And I guess you've got AEW now, but it's not really competition, is it?
No.
Sorry,
it's not.
Sorry, guys.
No, but it's not.
That's why I'm blocked by all those What Culture guys.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. In though, is it?
No, it ain't what it used to be. It never will be now because WWE is too big. So just enjoy.
No, WWE will never be overtaken. I don't think.
Stop fighting.
Just join the system.
Enjoy both.
Yeah, just watch what you want to watch. But Mick Foley's the special guest ref in this.
Yeah, this is on a run where he may as well have just been a referee at this point, right?
Yeah,
because we've seen him
special guest referees in the last yeah.
He must have done the most.
Either him or Stone Cold, I reckon.
Yes, to be fair, yes.
Stone Cold it's about,
So then we've got Shane, he goes for an elbow drop and misses the announce table, so he's about misses Vince and goes straight for the announce table.
In classic Shane fashion.
Yeah. So Trish has brought out Linda. Trish slaps Vince. She's had enough.
Yeah.
Starts fighting with Stephanie. And then Stephanie does the classic horror film thing where she's running off and she falls over. Come on.
She's going to get got.
Yeah. And it was a bit of Trish didn't really chasing after her though.
No.
It's a long way to run as well, isn't it?
Yeah. There's an absolute great visual of just Vince mouthing bitch.
Yeah.
At his wife.
You bitch.
Is this why?
Damn it, you bitch.
In my head, she always stood up from the wheelchair outside the ring. I didn't realize that he picked up a lifeless body.
Yeah, he picked like a light
in the ring.
Yeah.
But before that,
on the chair.
You bitch.
Before that, Vince goes to beat her up. His wife.
His actual wife, who he's now been married to since 1966.
Until Foley interrupts, says, "Don't you dare!" So Vince just smashes him with a chair.
Yeah, that is a brutal.
Yeah, after Foley's wheeling her about, he didn't have done, but Vince puts Linda in the ring, sits her in the corner. He's about to beat Shane up to bloody pulp. And she stands up. Is this the biggest pop?
Yeah.
Is this bigger than Stone Cold coming out for Mankind?
Let's be realistic, Ross. No, but still, it was a big pop. And
It
you know, they
was-
say Vince tried to beat Linda up and failed. Do you know who did beat Linda up and succeeded?
No.
The voters of Connecticut twice. When she ran for
Say,
Senate.
didn't someone else didn't it? Politically.
She never won.
She She lost twice.
She's involved in the.
Yeah, she's like a big
Government.
Trump thing now. And shit. She didn't matter us. They lost.
Well, did they? Yes, they did. But to anybody out there who's questioning it, yes, he did lose.
Yeah, no. Apparently, like one of the reasons that Vince like poured loads of money into a Senate campaign was basically like, his apology for putting all this shit. Yeah, I'll just give you $30 million for a Senate campaign, and we'll call it evens.
Oh God damn
Yeah.
it! She stands up. She low blows Vince. Huge pop. Then Foley gets in, beats down Vince, and Shane hits the coast to coast with a trash can.
Is that the first time he did it? Because JR was like, "Whoa, no, come on."
Doesn't call it coast, but yeah, I
He
don't
didn't
know.
call it coaster coaster, did he this time?
Yeah.
Maybe it was. I don't really
It's
know.
impressive for a non-athlete.
What was it? It's the Van Terminator, isn't that?
To be fair to Shane,
Yeah.
he just doesn't give a shit, does he? He'll just
No, it's
do
the.
whatever.
I know
he
it's the
wants.
Van Daminator I'm thinking of.
Van Daminator's
Van
where he
Daminator's
throws
one
the
with the
chair.
chair,
I think
yeah.
this is the Van
Yeah.
Terminator, but with a chair rather than a trash
Yeah,
can. I think.
I don't know.
It is impressive though. 20 because those rings are 20 feet by 20 feet. I
Yeah,
don't like
yeah,
doing any, as Hulk Hogan would say, rinky-dink toy playpen rings. You're doing a real ring.
It's a big old jump, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's 14 minutes. Shane wins.
Big Dave gave this 3.
Oh, 5 stars, David. What are you
The
talking about?
story
I loved
in
it.
this
It
was
was
There's
fantastic.
so many brutal hits in this. Like
It's fucking ridiculous. I absolutely loved it.
This is why Vince is a mad genius, because
Vin-
we just described how he sold it to Linda, but it worked.
and Vince McMahon gets a monitor that he owns to his own head. He
It-
literally owns the monitor and gets it to his head.
everything about this worked.
Yeah.
20
absolutely loved
years
this
later, I'm like, go on, Linda, go on.
Yeah. I was having a great time. Like, genuinely. Just,
This was a really, really good
I think
match.
if in some ways, and I think it's because I've not watched it as many as the other matches, to be fair. Possibly when I was watching it back the last couple of days, possibly my favourite match
It's up
of the
there.
card.
It's up
It
there.
isn't my favourite
Ooh,
match. That's
it's not up
TLC 2.
Yeah.
But because I'd seen TLC 2 so many times, and I've only seen this like the once as a child, and then once when I went on an epic quest to watch all like
watching
30
this as an
WrestleManias.
actual child.
Yeah,
You know,
this
I'd
is
like in
glorious.
this-
A man sedating his wife, calling her a bitch.
I wasn't sure what was going on. I think as a kid,
Yeah.
watching
Yeah,
cousin Tom's house on the VHS with had my uncle Clive.
old VHS.
Do you know what I'd like in this? The Rousey Angle Triple H Stephanie McMahon match.
Yeah, it was just ridiculous, but it just worked.
Yeah, it had no right to be any good.
You don't need your flips.
Yeah, it was.
You don't need your rest holds.
You cared about it more than the match. This is the difference between what I was trying to say with the Angle and the Benoit match. Like,
It's
yeah,
what I mean, like, look
good
at
match, but I didn't care.
And this is what annoys me about Meltzer now, because as I agree, like I like Meltzer, like compared to you two. Like I disagree with him all the time, and he's he calls me out on Twitter.
You
But
bitch.
I like him in a way, but I just think it's frustrating when he's like, oh, I didn't like that, but the crowd loved it, so it was worth 5 stars. The fuck are you talking about, mate? Well, what's this?
Yeah.
This is 5 stars if you're doing that. The main event's 27. Yeah, it's just
Storytelling.
whatever.
It's
Like
peak.
5, yeah, your stars are nonsense, really. But it can never be even like anything where you're doing a star rating. It's just your personal choices, unless it's a hotel, in which case does it have a minibar? 4 stars. What am I talking about?
I don't know.
That's
I have
what
no
it is,
idea.
Russ.
But this
All I'm
is
saying is, it's like minibar should just be given in all hotels.
yeah, and the prices are astronomical, aren't they?
Yeah,
Paying
but
for the room they should be free.
I don't care about my Corby trouser press.
Yeah, no, I agree with
that
that.
out.
I don't care about the shoe on. It's always in the drawer.
Yeah.
Sack it off. Anyhow, what are we on about here?
What we want about us is that we just want a breakfast at decent time. You know what I mean?
yeah, great.
I'll be able to
hotel.
get up at 10 and still have a full English.
Sort it out.
That'd be all right.
hotels.
Come on.
That's a reasonable time for breakfast.
It is 10, but sometimes if you're on a week there,
11:30.
9 o'clock you
Breakfast
finished.
off. 11:30. The breakfast off.
yeah, because what are you doing in between anyway?
You've got to get
McDonald's,
rid.
fucking McDonald's while we're at it. 10:30. No one wants a Big Mac at 10:30. Just do your breakfast for a bit longer.
It went to 11 in some places.
Do your breakfast till 12.
I'd have a Big Mac at 10:30.
Well, I was once stood in the queue and some woman
While it turned over.
While it was faffing about in front of me, and it turned over, so I ended up getting a chicken legend.
Yeah, I got chips at 10:30 in the morning instead of a hash brown.
Yeah.
It's like,
I went to KFC with Bobson at 11 o'clock once.
Didn't know they opened that early.
Yeah. Shout out to Bobson.
Shout out to Bobson.
Shout out to
Doing
Bobson.
all right, so that's Vince versus Shane. Shane's the winner, but Vince will get his old comeuppance later on, won't he?
well,
Really?
they'd already had it.
Yeah, I didn't mean that. Get his
No, he didn't.
revenge.
Get his
Shane
revenge.
will get his comeuppance.
This was his comeuppance.
Yeah, it was. But Vince will win the war. He might have lost the battle, but he'll definitely win
Hang
the
on,
war.
who won this match? Shane won it, right?
Shane won.
Okay, I remember. It was a good match.
Shane's the good guy who wins the bad guys. And
Oh,
Vince
well,
is the bad guy who wins the good guys.
Should we get into this now, or should we get into after the main event?
Well,
How this sets up the invasion angle, but it doesn't set up the invasion
no,
angle.
go on. Say it now.
It's just so Vince is the heel, right? Fine, but then he buys WCW. So Shane, the face, buys WCW. No, then Shane's like, "Oh, I should know I bought it." Lol. Also, the final night shows at a swimming pool, and that's just forever going to haunt me. What a sad sight. But anyway, so everyone booing WCW because everyone's like, "Yeah, WWF won the war." But then Vince is the heel. But then the main event, spoilers, everyone. Skip ahead 20 seconds if you don't want spoilers. Austin turns heel with Vince. But then like a month later, Vince is like, shit, we've got to fight WCW are real, the bad guys, because we're WWF and all our fans are WWF. So we're both going to have to turn face now, Austin. Is that all right with you? And he's like, oh, I guess so. I want the Old Stone Cold. But then he don't want the Old Stone Cold because that's not what he wants. So then he turns on them again. What a mess.
It was a shit show.
I look back and I think I hate the invasion angle, like genuinely.
It could have been so much better if they'd just waited a year.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Like, the invasion angle finished, and the next day, Ric Flair debuted. Why? Why? I gotta say, like, I've done a tentative schedule for like some big key days in 2001. There's a lot of these these shows to come up this year, so we'll get into it. But my God, what a mess! And that's why this WrestleMania, as great as it is for everyone, tinge of like, come on.
This is the end of the good stuff, isn't it? This is the pinnacle.
Yeah, but you can see it going the wrong way.
Yeah.
And it never recovered.
Well, ratings haven't, have they? Ratings have slowly gone downhill ever
They're
since.
slumped.
Yeah.
I see what I'm going to do, though.
Also, who watches TV?
That is true, but just in a different way. Yeah. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do a wrestling round first.
What?
I'm going to pause it there.
Oh, shit in hell.
I'm going to pause it there. Pause it there. We'll do the next 4 matches next week.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just learn your schedule.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Outrageous. The schedule's going to have to change it.
Schedule's gone.
Oh,
ripped it up.
What am I going to do with my Twitch feed?
I don't know. Do you know what it is? And it's still on my page now that I can see. Shouldn't have Googled who the mayor of Hartlepool was.
Yeah, it's their fault.
I'm going to... It deserves more. There's a lot of discussion.
Yeah.
It does.
It
deserves
more.
Deserves more. So we're going to do a 2-part. First ever WrestleMania, the first ever 2-part. Too big for one night.
Yeah. What do we think so far, though? What are we giving it so far?
How
do we end the show now?
I think it's a solid start to a card. Take out the women's match, and I think you've got a very solid card there.
I think it's a solid card.
And maybe been off Eddie Guerrero test.
You said it earlier, Lou. You think it should get better as it goes up, and I think the last matches are all, apart from the Gimme Battle Royal.
I've written them most notes. Not Gimme Battle Royal.
The Gimme Battle
Royal are all very good. Are all very good.
There.
So it does get better as it goes along.
I've not been disappointed, apart from 2 matches in this.
Yeah.
So yeah. I think it's strong.
Yeah,
so you find out overall ratings next week. I've done it. I've said it now. It's like
the circle, isn't it? It's just leaving it on the cliffhanger, which is why Ross is finishing because it's 10 o'clock.
Also, while we're on the circle, and join us.
This is going to be sort of day by the time this comes out. If you talk about the circle,
yeah, no, but
like a week off. Everyone knows what's happened.
I'm not going to talk about specifics,
right?
But in the circle, how heartbreaking was it when Hashu, aka Saeed, wrote a poem for Marika?
Oh no! I always thought you would say when Billy got eliminated because I didn't like Billy up until like 10 minutes before I got eliminated.
Until he got eliminated, and
this kid's all right. I was like,
no, he's gone.
Yeah, Of all the ex-gladiators, it should have been Wolf.
Don't remember Hunter.
I remember Hunter.
I remember
He was on
Hunter.
here. He was on this.
Was
It's not
it?
Undertaker.
Yeah.
They're on. Same guy.
I'm not having that.
He went out with Ulrike Johnson, I think, did Hunter.
He did.
Yeah.
Before
Well,
Sven.
anyhow, it's but me and Lou.
And he's from York.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's a bit annoying though, isn't he? He's got his 2 dogs there.
Yeah.
Me and Lou are starting next season. We're starting a circle podcast.
Yeah, we are. Circling around.
Hold it down the middle, circling around. It's the first of our umbrella. The Around Network. Was that the Around Network?
Yeah, we'll call it that. I think we discovered it was taken by another media company, but we'll call it that.
We're bigger than them. We'll buy them out.
We'll buy them out.
That's what we're going to do. So I'm going to leave it here for now because the next 4 matches I can't squeeze into about half an hour.
Yeah, good point.
I can't do it to them.
It is late.
I can't do it to them. It's late. We've already been going for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it there.
Right. Do we have to sign off? We have to sign off then, don't we? Like it's
we have to sign off.
Shit,
Terry Peters, where can we find you
on?
on social media?
You can find me at Bell Nation on YouTube, Bell Nation on Twitter, and twitch.tv/Bell Nation, and at TesFishPod if you're interested. Bonjour.
You can't remember the login details, though.
Nope. Bonjour, mes amis.
Let's
Le TesFishPod.
That's how we started, Simpson. That's how we're ending it. The start of a new year. It's always darkest before the dawn.
It ain't no this time, though, is it?
No, because it's like midday. I don't know. I'm confused, lads.
He's
broken, Lou.
He's pissed. He's had too many Elvis juices.
I have. Don't know what's going on.
Feelings absolute disarray. See, right? Anybody out there who says I take too long wrapping up, today ain't my fault. It's that guy's fault.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, where can we find you on social media?
I don't know, Ross.
I don't know where I am.
No, you can find me at Lou Markham and all the big social medias. But you can also find me on twitch.tv/WrestleMania, where I don't know what I'll be doing. Will I be doing half the WrestleMania X-Seven card on Wednesday night? Tonight? I don't know.
No, you'll be doing the full card because you've got to fit
what
in.
am I going to do next night, Russ?
The Mania, around Mania.
Wrestling around me. Is that when I'm doing it? On a Wednesday? On a Wednesday
I don't know
right,
when.
No, that's it. That's confirmed.
I don't know when Wrestling Around is.
I don't know when this is. When are we
Not
recording this?
Where am I? I don't.
No, hang on a minute. Just for a brief second. Do we not need to plug our WrestleMania 37 special?
I don't know when WrestleMania 37 is.
Right. So this technically, actually today is the 25th of March. This is coming out on the 31st of March.
Yes.
Which means WrestleMania is on Saturday and Sunday.
Listen to our WrestleMania pod.
We'll figure it out afterwards. You'll catch us on social media, but there's a WrestleMania 37 pod coming out.
All you need to know, guys, is there will be one.
Look out on Twitter and we'll get there.
Yeah.
There will be one. Lou, but just look on Twitch, follow us or do whatever, follow social medias, which I'll tell you in a second, and you'll find out when Lou's doing it.
Yeah, makes sense.
You can find me on Twitter as @TheRossM. You can find us all on Twitter, Instagram, at WrestleAround, WRSAround. That's what we are on Twitch. We're Wrestling Around on Facebook, Wrestling Around on YouTube. Anyway, you get your podcasts, Wrestling Around. And we're going to come back next week for part 2. Part 2 of WrestleMania X-Seven. We're happy with that, guys. Have we figured it all out?
Yeah, we're there.
Yeah,
we're there.
But in between that, there'll be WrestleMania stuff.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Possibly.
And there'll probably be a bit of NXT stuff.
This is the worst ending to a podcast ever.
We thought we talked it last week, but this is just something else.
No, this is horrendous.
I'm not even sure if this is the end. I don't know what's going on.
No.
What's that? I was going to come out then with a cool Sting quote. I can't remember what it is.
Roxanne.
No, as in Sting the wrestler. It's like, this isn't goodbye, it's only farewell.
See you later.
Yeah.
It's just see you later.
Just see it. Well,
no, because if we're calling Sting, we're going to have to do an interview with Tony Schiavone next week. One of us.
Right, just leave it.
Right, that's it. Follow us on social media. Wrestling Around, Google it, we'll be there. Thank you for joining me so far, Terry Peters.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining me as well so far, Lou.
Thanks.
And thank you everybody for joining us. Join us next week where we do part 2 of WrestleMania X-Seven.
Acast powers some of the world's best podcasts. Here's a show we recommend.
I'm Leisha.
And I'm Kate.
And this is Pants. We met met almost 20 years ago playing best friends on TV. Now, not only are we still best friends on TV, but we're also best friends in the real world.
And look, our show is a little different, as you never know what you're going to get.
Right. We may hang out with our friends like Fortune Feimster, Tegan and Sarah, Jennifer Beals.
And we'll also sometimes discuss deeper topics like aging in our profession.
We love to have Q&As with our listeners.
Or sometimes we teach each other something new.
So make sure you tune in every Wednesday to Pants with Kate and Leisha.
Please listen and subscribe now wherever you get your podcasts.
Acast recommends.